Howdy, howdy, folks. It is Diecast Buffet here again. Welcome back to NASCAR 06. Let's get a championship points update across the board. So Bobby Labonte's cruising to back-to-back Busch Series titles. Tony Stewart in a heated battle with the Daytona 500 champion Jeff Gordon. Johnson won the championship last year, and you can see in the top 10, Earnhardt and Carl Edwards are the bottom of the barrel, but realistically, they are very much alive in the Nextel chase for the Cup. 86 points. The maximum amount of points you can get is like 150, 160. So they're one or two DNFs away from really turning the tide. Wade Davis, which ironically enough, get this, was the driver of our car last year. We drove the 19 car in the Whelen Modified Series as a rookie. Wade Davis came on board and replaced us. We signed a part-time contract to drive the 153 car, I believe it is. And we won a bunch of races. We're 16th in points. It was only the first 6 races of the year because we were not old enough to be able to run the big tracks of the Truck Series. And our replacement driver is borderline going to win the championship. Great stuff to see the Evernham camp still cooking it. Obviously, Chase Montgomery, let's go back to it. Yeah, he is cooking with the Truck Series title. Craven, last year's champion, has fell out of the running. And you go through the points here. Yeah, too little, too late. And, man, I don't know what we're going to race next year. I mean, if we have a really competitive Truck Series ride, I definitely want to take that. But what I do know is we're going to head out to Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We are running out of races this year, guys. I mean, we got, like, after this, 5 more events. So we're definitely running low on Truck Series races. But let's head out to Nevada. Oh, Tony Stewart. He got a win at Dover. Tony Stewart keeping on with that championship run. So our prestige actually went from 2 stars to 1 star because we haven't had much success. I mean, you're running a below mid-pack equipment truck, and our teammates generally show that, right? If you run 25th to 30th every week, you're behind mid-pack in a 36 truck field, give or take. So for us, I've never raced at Las Vegas Motor Speedway in this playthrough. This is the old Las Vegas. This is not the new one. The track is much flatter, so you could consider this more or less kind of like Kentucky would be before the 2017 reconfiguration. So this track's much flatter. You race the bottom. You don't dive in the corner like a Kansas or a Charlotte, where it really can catch you. This place will chew you up and spit you out, especially on tire wear. So. High tire wear attrition racetrack, and this is the latter years before the. Actually, this is 05. I think they repaved it after the 06 race and opened up with a fresh pavement and reconfiguration in 07. I think that's the timeline. So this has had about 5 to 6 years. Actually, no, 8 years because they first raced here in 97. So the asphalt has had about a decade to cook almost. Anyways, it's going to be a night event, it looks like. Qualifying here. Trying to make the show. Top 29. We have to be in to make it. And right off the bat, the truck is just so tight. I mean, look how much speed we lost coming off turn 4. That is Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We're in the show, but we're going to have to make some wholesale changes to get this thing going. I'm going to try to run the apron and see if we can make this happen. Let's run the apron. Because if you run the apron, you need to have a very tight vehicle. Because the game likes to pick up, when you run on the apron, it likes to pick you up and literally turn you on your lid. Like, you'll spin out and get hit. But, wow. I mean, look how bad turn 4 is, man. That is embarrassing. I mean, you go through 1 and 2 and you're hooking and booking. You get in turn 3 and 4 and it's almost like you hit a wall. So, massive changes are going to have to be had. First things first, you got to get that acceleration. We got to get some juice down the straightaway. I don't think we touched the wedge, to be honest with you, but I do think we're going to worry about tire wear. I think we're going to definitely focus on tire wear here. Oh, no. Where was the wedge? I can't remember what it was. I'm going to just reset it and go back to the normal setting. But yeah, you don't want to have any tire wear problems here at Las Vegas, because what's going to happen, you're going to go in a 4-wheel slide, and it's not going to be corner entry or corner exit. It's going to be during the apex where you have to turn, and while you're turning, your truck is literally crashing to 30 other trucks. So we're going to go high tire wear here. So we're going to do that. Actually, I always wonder, when you have tire wear, if you do this and make it lower, does that make your tire wear lower, or does it mean your truck has a higher resistance to tire wear? I have no idea which way it means. From my experience, I think the more your tire wear is, the better it can sustain tire wear, meaning it lasts longer. I could be mistaken on that. So this just affects your top speed. Let's see, that's going to loosen it up a little bit, but it gives us just a little bit of speed. Tire pressure. Let's see, we'll do that. Oh boy. Let's see what's crack-a-lackin'. Wow! So we just lost our bush ride. They said no bueno.
Ace has been working the phones, baby, and I have got some stuff that you were going to want to see. New contract offers are available at the race shop. Check them out, and we can start making some more money.
Heck yeah, let's go get our new Bush team. And let's see what's cracking lacking here. Casey Fletcher. Let's see. If you and your teammate Casey Fletcher can lead a lap at the Las Vegas 350, yeah. Have you seen my teammates? A great day is top 15. Have you seen our equipment? You know what I'm saying? So we lost our Bush ride. I believe we only made one start this year. Let me check. I think it has it somewhere. Track performance, maybe? Let's see. No, 3 starts. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, it's only 1 start because what happened is that we skip races because we're having to run the truck series. It counts it as a start because the game renders it as a forfeit and you finish dead last. But in reality, we only have 1 career Bush Series start. Actually, let me see something. When can we actually run another Bush race? Because obviously we're not going to be able to run this weekend. So next week the trucks are off. So we're going to be going to Dover, and then this one, look at that, it actually separates. So we'll be able to go to Kansas. We're going to have a busy weekend out there because the trucks are going to be in Martinsville. So we're going to be going between Kansas and Martinsville. We're going to miss the Dollar General 300. We're going to have to go to Atlanta, and then we get Old Spice Speedway. So yeah, and then all these are separated, so we get to run all 3 of them joints. So there's a lot of Bush races we can run. Anyways, we need to go get a Bush contract. And what? Oof. Okay, so my man Ace Moneymaker said, well, we got a contract for you, and then I go and look and there's nothing. Okay, so, well, we're done Bush racing this year. So we made one and only start in the 2006 Bush Series, and it was a last place finish at Michigan. Wow. If that ain't a good slice of humble pie. So, well, our schedule just pretty much came down the toilet. We're going to keep looking, though, because if your prestige goes up, I think it gives you more contracts. So we might be able to still get one if we can get our prestige up. But the problem is we're driving a junk truck. That's interesting. So Edwards is going to win the Bush race. Good for Edwards. And, yeah. Because if you remember in the playthrough like 5 episodes ago, we had 2-star prestige. I believe you get your first Truck Series contract at 1-star prestige, Bush Series at 2-star prestige, which would be accurate according to the playthrough. And I think you get your first Cup contract around 4 or 5 stars.
Fans. EA Sports welcomes you to the Diamond in the Desert, the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. On tap today, the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series in the Las Vegas 350. Pit strategy and fuel mileage will play an important role because this 1.5-mile track is wide, smooth, and fast. So there will be plenty of green flag racing. Enjoy your visit to Vegas. We're about ready to drop the green flag.
Alrighty, folks, here we go. So, Las Vegas Motor Speedway, first time we've raced here in this playthrough. We just lost the Bush contract, so that sucks. But you know what? That means we're not guaranteed to get a Bush ride next year. So we might actually be, locked into running trucks. I'm trying to fill out this track right now because I don't know where we can push it because turn 3 and 4 is extremely tight. Turns 1 and 2 is a little bit more forgiving. So I'm trying to figure out where can we run. It's an 11 lap race, so not a long race by any means. But right here, the truck just got so tight in qualifying. So we're having to kind of make that that adjustment, if you will. And I just don't feel like the truck has the speed we need. And that's the problem about these 1.5 miles. If you don't have the horsepower, it's really going to affect your overall event. Because, I mean, we just don't have the speed. I mean, we're 34th right now on the inside, getting past on the outside. And it is what it is. I wish we could let go of our Truck Series contract. Oh, contacted the wall there. 35th out of 36 right now. Lap 3 out of 11. Oh, almost contact there. Already in the back of the pack. So, if you're last place running order, the only thing you can really do is just push the truck a little bit harder and see if you can find some extra speed, because I just don't see. This is kind of out of your handling, because there's nothing you can do to make this truck faster. You can make it turn a little bit better, but if you don't have the power plant underneath the hood, you're not going to be able to find a way to get it down the straightaways. So even though the truck looks like it's turning very well, like right here, I mean, it's turning pretty well. You do have to lift just a smidge on corner exit. But you could just see it's behind on power. Qualifying was very indicative of that. And you just got to be on a better team to be competitive at the big tracks. And we've seen this many times at the flat, short tracks, how we run competitive. Like in New Hampshire, we were running pretty decent. We obviously got tangled up and made a bunch of mistakes, but you go to IRP, ran pretty decent there. You go to Dodge Raceway Stadium, our one and only top 10 of the entire year, which actually was a top 5. So the flat, short tracks are definitely kind of our favorite tracks right now, because they don't require a bunch of horsepower to be competitive. And look at the gaggle. Oh, a huge crash right there. Holy moly. They all stack up getting on pit road. Nowhere to go. I mean, nowhere to go. Do you go to the inside? No, you're going to run into the trucks. There's absolutely nowhere to go. If I would have went to the bottom, I would have had to woe up and pit, because there was a solid line of trucks. Yeah, there was no way. There's trucks in the infield. So that was literally a no-win situation. Obviously, we're going to pit. This is pit stop time. So fortunately, we don't have to worry about a green flag pit stop, but yeah, now we got damage on board. We're going to make adjustment, though. If I loosen the truck up anymore, is it going to... Oh, this is just going to make the leaders get a great pit stop. Everyone's just stacked up here. So no damage. Oh, no. Yes, damage repair. I'm going to take a gamble. We're going to loosen the truck up. We're probably going to spin out if we do. Big deal. We're running dead last. You know, it can't really get lower than that. So let's loosen the truck up and trying to figure this out. Also, I think the new Las Vegas pit road that they have after the 07 configuration is actually curved. I noticed this one's a straight pit road, but if you look at the modern day Vegas track, it's a curved pit road. That is interesting to know. So 4 tires and some damage repair. Pit crew is not exactly the Taj Mahal. It is interesting how we made one Busch Series start, and that's it. It's just kind of cool, because it's really realistic. Because when you look at the rookies in the Truck Series, they usually do make a random Busch start, and that's it. That car has got some jacked up wheels. Holy moly! All right, so surprisingly, our pit crew actually did very good on pit road. They're not really that good in green flag pit stops, but during the caution sequence, a lot of trucks get kind of held up behind one another, and that really helps us out. So we loosened up the truck. We're going to see if this does anything. We have the 4 tires, and everyone's good on fuel. So this is just a straight sprint to the end, assuming we don't get a green-white checker. That changes everything. Now, definitely the turn 4 exit's a little bit better. We still have to lift significantly in the apex. Lap 7 out of 11 here. Again, just trying to survive to advance. Oh, no. And we're going to hit our teammate, and we're going to bring out the caution immediately. Someone was on the button. Check this out. I mean, oh yeah, okay, he was around. I thought he just tapped the fence, and they pulled a Ryan Blaney 2022 All-Star. No, that was definitely warranted. The guy was completely around in the fence. Can't have that. So, do we want to pit here? I don't know where we're running at. Are we running dead last? I can't even tell. That's the only bad thing about Thunder 06, Chase of the Cup 06. That was actually the original name for 06, by the way. Like, in beta, it was going to be called Chase of the Cup 06, so that's okay. I'm not going to pit. I feel like there's some trucks behind me. I can't tell. If there is no one behind me, then obviously pitting would have been a good idea, because then we could just get those 2-lap extra tires, but I just feel like I'd rather have some trucks behind me. Yes, what is it, 8 or 9 different trucks, so I think that's a good call. I think that's a good call. I don't think our tires are egregiously worn, but this guy who literally spun out, they give him his spot back, so that's cool. They've done that to me in the past, where you spin out, and at the time of the caution, you still keep your spot, which is kind of interesting, because I believe if you can't make minimum pace, then they forego that rule. So, who knows? Maybe they modified it for 06 in this gameplay. Yeah, but definitely turn 4 is a lot better. We're able to hook the corner a lot sharper, still having to lift way too much, but it's really helping our momentum down the front straightaway. Car's getting loose, or truck, same difference. I wish we would have had this in qualifying, because it feels pretty racy right now. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Can we make the corner? Ooh, there we go. And the drafting is also helping. Drafting in these trucks, man, they punch such a huge hole in the air, and it just really helps you out. And it's interesting how, like, 1.5 mile racing to the Gen 4 car is 1.5 mile racing, but 1.5 mile racing to the trucks, in some cases, is like a mini super speedway. Not in like a tandem drafting or anything, but because drafting is so important. It races kind of like how Michigan and Fontana would be, you know, once you get behind someone, you could really get a pull down that straightaway. Final lap here at Las Vegas. Trying to get underneath our teammate without wrecking him. Oh boy, 4-wheel slide, little contact. Yep, tires are gone, so we're not going to be able to push it. Look, if we could just survive and advance, that'd be fine with me. These 1.5 miles are just... I love racing them, but you got to have good equipment. You know, when you have a truck that's slow, it really, really shows. So, tough break right there. 27th. Not where we want to be, but Brandon Witt's going to win it tonight at Vegas. And your points leader, Chase Montgomery, is going to lose a little bit of points to Kevin Harvick. And our race results, only 1 lap led, the only one that mattered for Brandon Witt getting that victory. Van Dyke was the dominant truck, 5 laps there. And someone else led some laps. Oh, wow. Chaffin led 1 lap, and Hamilton did too. Bottom of the barrel for them. Well, Vegas is in the books. On to the next one. Yeah, my driver definitely... I mean, we're not getting any prestige points, so... that's unfortunate. Oh boy, let's see what this is about. Oh, we failed the team challenge, so that's okay. So, thank you all so much for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hopefully we'll have a good showing. I think what we're going to do, though, is we're going to actually make a couple more modified starts, because, well, obviously we have no racing this week, so that makes sense, and then we're going to have no truck racing this week. So I think we're actually going to make 2 more modified starts in the next episode. That will help us get our prestige points back up, since we lost the Busch contract, so that will kind of spice things up. So we're heading out to IRP for the modifieds. Hopefully it'll be a good showing. Have a great one, everybody. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Diecast Buffet. Signing off.